I still don't understand how I didn't see it sooner. Like, how can something happen inside your own house and you're the last one to notice it? I'm Megan. I was 28 when all of this started falling apart in ways I still replay in my head at night when everything gets too quiet. And before you think this is some dramatic story I'm exaggerating, I swear I wish it was. So, yeah, if you're watching this, wherever you are, just tell me in the comments. I don't know why I even care about that right now, but it makes this feel less like I'm talking into nothing. Anyway, my dad built me. Not in some inspirational way. I mean, he literally built my entire idea of what a strong person looks like. Quiet, stubborn, hands always busy. The kind of man who would fix a broken chair before he even admitted he was tired. Tom, that's his name. He used to walk like nothing could touch him. And then one day, it did. I started noticing small things first. The way he held his coffee cup with both hands like it was heavier than it should be. The way he paused before stairs like he was negotiating with them. My mom would laugh it off. "He's just getting older," she'd say. But I'm an accountant. I don't trust just. I trust patterns. And something wasn't adding up. My mom, Linda, she was always the background noise of our house. Not in a bad way, just invisible in the way people become when everyone assumes they're fine. She was always cooking, driving, organizing pills, answering questions no one asked her to answer. One day I came over and she was just standing in the kitchen, hands on the counter, eyes closed. Not crying, just holding herself up. I remember thinking, oh, this is what tired actually looks like. And I don't even know why that broke me. I went home and opened my laptop that night. I had no plan, just numbers, savings, years of overtime. I kept thinking, if I don't do something now, I'll wake up one day and it'll be too late to fix anything. That's when I started building the house. A lake house, Michigan. Quiet place. Too quiet, honestly. I told the contractor everything like I was confessing something illegal. Wide doorways. No steps. Nothing slippery. A dock that didn't feel like a punishment. A place where my dad could walk without turning it into a negotiation with his own body. I remember saying the word wheelchair once, and my voice just broke in half. It felt too real. 6 months of my life disappeared into that house. Osea, I was living like two people at once. Daytime Megan, spreadsheets, clients, taxes. Nighttime Megan, imagining my dad walking to water like he used to. And I kept thinking, maybe if I do this right, I can give him a piece of himself back. I didn't tell anyone, not even my brother, Ethan. He wasn't bad, just gone. Physically, emotionally, everything. He'd call sometimes on holidays like a visitor in our family instead of part of it. That's important. You'll see why. We brought my parents to the house under some excuse I don't even remember now. I think I said lunch. When my dad saw it, he didn't speak. Not one word. He just walked inside like he didn't trust his eyes. Then he walked to the back and down to the dock. Slow, careful, on his own. I stayed back because I knew, if I interrupted that moment, I'd ruin something sacred. My mom grabbed my arm and whispered, "You did this for him?" I said, "For both of you." And I meant it. For a while after that, things were Good. Like real good. My dad had this routine. Coffee, porch, dock, repeat. My mom started planting herbs like she was relearning how to breathe. And I thought, okay, maybe I did something right in this life. Then Ethan showed up. Just like that. Suitcase, smile, familiar voice that didn't belong in that house. Hey sis, I came home. I don't know why those words felt wrong, but they did. Something in the air shifted. He started asking questions. Small ones first. Is it safe for Dad to walk alone? Don't you think the dock is risky? Have you thought about responsibility? Responsibility. Funny word, because what I saw wasn't responsibility. It was control dressed up as concern. And my dad? He started changing after that. He stopped going to the dock alone. Just like that. One question was enough. One. And that's when I realized something I didn't want to admit. My dad didn't stop because he couldn't. He stopped because someone made him doubt himself. Then I saw the folder. On the table. Numbers. Options. Places closer to care. And then the words that still sit in my chest like a stone. Maybe we should consider what the house is worth. An appraiser showed up 2 days later. No one told me. Ethan, of course. I remember walking outside and seeing my dad on the porch, just staring at a man taking photos of his life like it was inventory. And my dad, he looked confused. Not angry, confused. Like the ground had moved and nobody warned him. That night, I confronted Ethan. I don't even remember starting calmly. I just remember the heat in my chest. You don't get to come back and start measuring people's lives. He laughed. Not even a real laugh, just air. And then he said it. You think this house is about Dad. It's not. It's about you. You built something so everyone depends on you. I swear, my stomach dropped. Because that's how manipulation works. It doesn't sound evil. It sounds almost reasonable. My dad walked in halfway through. He heard enough. And he said something I will never forget. I am still here. 3 words, but they changed the entire room. Ethan left a few days later, but damage doesn't pack its suitcase and go. It stays. My dad stopped walking to the dock again. That hurt more than anything else, because I knew this wasn't physical anymore. It was psychological. Someone had planted doubt inside him. One morning, I finally asked him, "Am I controlling you?" And he looked at me like that question physically hurt him. Megan, I don't know anymore. That broke me. Not loudly, quietly, like something snapping underwater where nobody can hear it. So I told him everything. Not polished, not perfect, just the truth. I didn't build this to manage you. I built it because I was scared of losing you while you were still alive. Silence. Long silence. Then he stood up and walked to the dock, alone. And I didn't follow, because for once, I understood. Some steps don't belong to you. They belong to the person taking them. He sat there a long time, and when he came back, he said something softer than anything I've ever heard from him. You didn't take anything from me. You just gave me room to come back to myself. I didn't answer. I couldn't, because I was crying too hard. Later that week, he told me something else. He was changing his will. Everything, the house, would come to me. Not as punishment, not as reward, just as recognition. And he said, I know who stayed. I still think about that. Not the money, not the house, but that sentence. I know who stayed. Because life isn't always about who shouts the loudest. Sometimes it's about who stays in the quiet rooms with you when everything is falling apart. Now every morning I sit on that porch. Sometimes I see him walking to the dock, slow, shaky, alive. And I think, maybe love isn't about fixing people. Maybe it's just making sure they don't disappear while they're still standing right in front of you. And if you're still here listening to this, tell me where you are. And maybe, just maybe, don't forget to check on the quiet people in your life. They're usually the ones holding everything together without ever saying a word.